Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Monster Train 2. I'm gonna play a normal run today. We're not gonna try the Soul Savior mode right now. I want to play the Wurmkin class. We picked the, what was the name of it? Railforged last time. We're gonna primary the Wurmkin this time so that we can see maybe changes made to the Wurmkin champion. I don't quite remember how the Wurmkin champion worked in Monster Train 1. It's been a while since I've played. But we're gonna random the Allied clan and the Pyre heart and play with the Wurmkin. Let's do it. Now if it's Railforged, that would be really funny. I'm hoping it's not. Okay, it's Awoken. Wurmkin Awoken, that's a pretty good combination because both have the ability to buff units. We start with an Animus of Will, which is stupid. But you get multiple different ways of buffing your units. Awoken has +3/+3 for 0, +8 -2 for 1, and some other ones as well. And the whole deal with the Wurmkin is that you can exchange those echoes for buffs with extraction cards. So we're gonna give it a go here. 2 Wildwood Saps, 2 Proclamations, an Animus of Will, Pyre of Dominion. We get a starting draft. So I feel like this is going to suck, except hopefully the drafts are infused. Because we don't have starter cards, meaning we can't get the echoes going early. There is infusion here, so we should really, really consider that. Let's think. Soul Crushing, what's our Seraph? Rage and melee weakness. So we're gonna have a really big sweep-based boss fight for the Seraph fight. Lots of 7/3, 7/5 units that might end up doing, 14 damage on a sweep. We're gonna have to get some sort of quick sweeping unit ourselves or use spells to kill those enemies. Soul Cripple, Infused Consume, apply Reap 15 and Rooted 1. Good way of just doing a lot of damage and slowing down enemies. I kind of like that. It's also infused. We need to prioritize infusions. Yeah, and so Preserved Thorns seems like a great get here. You get stings, which are fine. They're infused. It consumes the card, whatever. But yeah, this seems okay. And Graft is also good, especially if you can find any sort of rejuvenate synergies with restoring 1 health. Pyre Grow, nah. We'll take double Preserved Thorns. Kinhost Carapace, they changed. It has an ability now. Shard Soul Carver, we played with last time, good unit. I do like it, but what is Kinhost? Every 2 turns, you can gain +2/+2 per echo permanently, clear echoes. Oh my. Permanent, you say? I do love a good permanent unit. So that's interesting. I don't know if you would want to start with 2 of them, but he's also infused. So let's take 2 of him. And okay, well, there's a sweeper. As much as I would like, I think, the Animus of Speed for the infusion, I do think that a Shattered Shell with sweep might be the way to go, because we can put quick on him and then all of a sudden have something that can kill the large melee weakness sweep enemies later in the game. Swift Shot, attack any enemy unit immediately. Also could be a good way of dealing with that. If we have a couple of Animuses, we put them out, and then we use them to kill the sweepers in the back. Maybe that's how you want to do this. If you have multi-strike, it should multi-strike that enemy. If you have high damage from buffs, it should do that high damage to 1 enemy. But Shattered Shell for the possibility of quick sweep, I think we've got to take. Remove buffs from enemies is good, but another Abyssal Prism. We had that last time, and that means we could put regen and +4 health on everyone, and we're going to get buff cards as we go. Abyssal Prism with Wurmkin is too good to pass up. Finally, we have to upgrade our champion. The Infector or the Corruptor? Okay, I know what I'm gonna be taking. So, the Corruptor, for each echo on a floor, friendly units are stronger. It's actually really good synergy. The damage buff you can get from this on the level 3 version is huge, and that's a ton of damage immediately. The Infector grows your echoes on the floor whenever he attacks, and I think he also gets multi-strike later on. He's tankier, but I also like the idea of then eating those echoes with the Kinhost Carapace, constantly be gaining permanent stats out of it. It also would help us to get echoes because we have fewer infusions. We don't have the starter cards. So let's go for him. See Abyssal, take Abyssal. Abyssal is a really darn good relic if you have buffs. Like if you have Umbra granting damage shield, that's a good thing to put on there. You can get some serious power out of that. So now the one problem is that we don't have capacity to play both Kinhost on the floor with the Spine Chief. Also, they won't be able to buff each other. They can only buff themselves. You know, these are separate cards, so the permanent scaling is going to act on each card individually. We'll have to deal with that at some point. Right, and we have no Ascend Descend. Right now, I am going to... I'm gonna put Spine Chief at the bottom to tank for a sweeper, and I'm gonna put a Kinhost at the top, and we'll start maybe trying to buff that floor. So, I was kind of hoping that the stings would also give us power, but that's not how it works, apparently. So let us sting, sting, sting. We've got good draw. I will gain +2/+2 permanently. It's not that much, but it's permanent. I like permanent growth. So let's do it again. More stings. If you move up, I don't really care. We'll just keep stinging units down here. Now you're dead. I could take 1 Pyre damage, or I could put regen and +4 health on both of these units. We have a couple of waves remaining. We don't have to do it right now. Might be in our better interest to just like play a unit, but let's I'll put the sap out. I'll take the 1 damage. We can afford Pyre damage. Game Macho Libre, thank you for the resubscription. I don't know why it didn't appear. I didn't see it anyways, but thank you. Pivot into the Reap one. Yeah, Reap. There's a version of the Spine Chief that reaps enemies, and that synergizes pretty well with gaining all of the echoes on 1 floor. That would be a fun one to do. Infused consume, apply Reap and Root. And Groot. I mean, this is free, and it kills them. And we lose echoes, but who cares? I kind of like the idea of just getting more echoes for the floor up here, right? We really do need to find a way of dumping these garbage cards from our deck, though. That would be really handy, because they are kind of trash. And Vengeful Shard, if I can find a relic that makes these free, that would be good. If only the stings were infused. Yeah, there's a card in the game that does add infusions to all of your cards in hand. That would go hard on these stings. We're gonna be looking for that card. I'm gonna dump regen on these units because I think that'll get the kill. Then we will do our final +2/+2 on Kinhost. We've doubled his stats, that's not too bad. And we will enter. I'm really feeling the lack of the starter cards, though. We need more infusions. I don't even know if that card's unlocked. Oh, there it is, Bounding Echoes. Perfect. Yeah, we'll take it. And Razor Sharp is pretty... Although a Steel Enhancer hitting everyone is nice. It gives them health as well. Razor Sharp, it's more damage, less health. Ooh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm gonna take the infused Steel Enhancer, because it's infused. I really want to work on infusions here. Merchant of Magic, Merchant of Steel. If we can get like a double strike on a kin host, that would be awesome. Quick on a shattered shell, large stone on an animus. There's enough top tier upgrades on the right that I think we start there. We have large stone. You know, large stone on the animus, quick on the shattered shell is nice, but also large stone, quick on the shattered shell is nice. I might just do that. We could also re-roll. We might get smidge stone or multi-strike or something like that, but I think we're just gonna start with the simple ones. We're gonna want that. I think we're gonna need more damage at some point. A large animus feels better. 13 damage is probably enough on the shattered shell for a while. He also gets slay bonuses. Let's large stone the animus, and we'll put health on shattered shell. We want him to survive getting hit once or twice. And egg. Bog chrysalis, our first time seeing a egg unit. Eggs are interesting. Should have checked the units here. Shell 5, on hatch, summon 2 bogfly units. The egg will eat your echo infusions on a floor, and when you have 5 echo infusions in total over any turns, it'll hatch and release 2 bogfly units. The bogflies have 0 attack, 10 health, and they have more attack power per echo on the floor. The cool thing about the eggs is that if you put upgrades on the eggs, like large stone or multi-strike, that will apply to anything that's hatched. So 2 bogflies will come out with 2 instances of, each one will have multi-strike, each one will have large stone. You can make some seriously cool and stupid combinations with the eggs. And I think if you make the egg endless, I can't remember if it comes back to hand or not. It also might have changed from Monster Train 1 to 2. Something to consider. But it's a fun playstyle. It does work pretty well with the Spine Chief. You put it down and it will buff the bogflies, it'll hatch the egg by attacking and having the echoes increase on the floor. I kind of like that. Let's go for a bog chrysalis. We're not going to upgrade it because we already passed on those upgrades, but that's totally fine. Draw -1 each turn. Draw is not a problem for this deck. Spell chain, anyone? There's some good spell upgrades that I would like. They're not that necessary right now. We also don't need the egg out right now because we have our floors already planned. 18 kin host goes up here, animus goes here. We need some capacity upgrades for certain. Let's do this and this and this. And oh, the echoes! Right, so here's how it's supposed to work. You play the Preserved Thorns, you play the Bounding Echoes. Now all the stings are infused, Vengeful Shard is infused, and honestly, I kind of want to pop this on him just for 1 more infusion, give him +16/+16 permanently. It's an alright turn. So I want to buff him permanently whenever I can. So we're going to try that. A Shattered Shell. I mean, you're literally just a sort of body blocker, which I kind of like. Let's move it up. So just you again. Okay, we'll block 10 damage. Don't take the damage from this. I'll put out a... I don't even want to put out an egg here because it's going to eat the echoes on the floor. That's not what I want. So we'll just not play it. Health, more health down here would be nice, but it is not super necessary. This Wildwood Sap is not infused, so maybe we will play this one down here. But I will play Preserved Thorns. We get some stingers. We can pop, 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 I can extract to save 10 health. And then we will end our turn. And I'm gonna wait for this echoed growth, I think, because we'll probably draw some infused stings soon. Okay, he's going to die next turn, as long as we don't play anything. So we'll echo next turn, and hopefully we'll draw some stings. That mean we can get additional echoing going on up here. So we're just not gonna play anything. I can play the bog chrysalis down here, I suppose. There's some really cool egg units and really good egg units that would be nice to find. Well, we didn't get what we wanted necessarily, but what we can do is purge this calcified ember, grow, and then kill the boss so we don't take 1 damage. I'll take it. Forgotten Trade. Ember Drain 2. Its equipment. On Revenge, gain Echo. So imagine us putting that down on the floor with our Kinhost Carapace. We gain free echoes on the floor that we can then immediately just suck into him for permanent stat upgrades. Seems fun. Shelter. Infused Consume, apply armor 2 per echo to friendly units. And then a third Proclamation. I want to try this. The Ember Drain's gonna suck, but gaining a whole bunch of echoes for free does seem pretty nice. You know, if you put that on the Bog Chrysalis and it splits, I think the equipment does split and get applied to the units. Would the units have Ember Drain? Apply the units, upgrades, equipment, and stat changes to the summoned unit, but not status effects. I'm noticing. As it does say. It's fun enough to try, I think. I did learn not to put this on a unit with dualism, says 68. Yeah, no, I would not want to do that. That does seem like a bad idea. Fortunately, dualism doesn't really work with our Kinhost anyways. We're not gonna dualism. You can't dualism the stat changes. In fact, we have nothing where dualism would actually be appropriate. It might even go to Shell 10, I don't know. We'll try it. And another Wildwood Sap regen. I do like it. It's just a good way of giving a little bit more survivability to our units. I'll take it. Merchant of Arms, Merchant of Magic. We don't have a lot of money. A Merchant of Arms means that we could deploy Forgotten Trade and then start putting Kinhost at the bottom, so he gets even stronger, even faster. That is worth considering here. Who's our boss? Flesh Weavers. Yeah, I kind of like that idea. Just make him a tank at the bottom and just keep buffing him as much as we can. We don't even need to put a quick sweeper behind him because we want him being hit for now. So I kind of like that on the Merchant of Arms. Merchant of Magic, we'd be looking for basically holdover on Steel Enhancer and then -1 on everything else. We don't really have good spells. So we're gonna go left. I will heal first, then do this. Get Dante. Multi-strike for blight cards. We draw so much, I don't want the blights. Like we have, once we play both of our thorns, we have 6 stings that I want to get to so that I can make them infused and get more infusions and get my units out. We have a quick sweeper. We have an Animus who's already multi-strike too. I don't think we need a Dante. And for upgrades, we want maybe another large stone on the Animus, but we're looking for multi-strike on Kinhost Carapace. Smidge stone on Kinhost, maybe Animus. More large stone on the Animus would go hard, otherwise we'll just take a damage up. I think Dante's not what we're looking for. Sorry, Dante. Wildwood Room is really good if you can score it. I forget which one that one is. Fragile. Echo Vault. Last spell is played again. Again, our spells, I could get more infusions. I could get another Steel Enhancer, some more regen on a random unit. I think I'm re-rolling this one. Although, then we wouldn't be able to buy these upgrades, but... let's re-roll. 15 attack, Fight Club, spells cost -1 energy, silence, armor. I think I'm just gonna deployable this. Yeah, bit of a waste of money on the re-roll, but nothing interests me. Now this guy, he's gonna hit like a damn truck. He gets +2 per stack of fleshling that he has. I don't know why the mass status effect is triggering twice. He's gonna have +14 attack over his normal attack. That's tough. We might want to put a weak unit in front just to eat the damage on the first couple of turns. Or maybe just an Animus up here at the top would also work well. But we're gonna play Kinhost at the bottom. I'm gonna give you the Echo ability and Ember Drain. So we're gonna lose energy. And then I think we'll just put the Spine Chief down because we need to do something with him. So you've got 31 attack. It's a lot of attack. You know, I'm not gonna say it's not a lot of attack. It's a lot of attack. I think a quick unit would make us take more damage. It's hard to tell. We do take more damage, but we make him lose stacks faster, I think. Bounding Echoes I kind of want to hold off on. This is a weird turn. I don't like this boss at this point in the game because he's just incredibly tanky. He does so much damage. Well, sorry, not tanky. He just does so much damage. He hits like a damn truck. I don't need to sting down here. I could sting here. Try to keep you alive. Have you eat. You're taking a lot of damage, but you're living. And the whole point is that I am trying to give you permanent stat buffs for forever. Okay, our champion is gonna... This has the makings of a not good thing. This is looking mighty rough. Unfortunately, the guy just has so much damage thanks to his fleshling stacks. And he's a pain in the ass to nuke down. Might have been better to just have the Animus out earlier and not worry about the whole Ember Drain thing. That really slowed us down quite a lot. We don't need more Echoes down here just because they won't fit. Well, let's see what happens. I do still like the idea of doing this. This like here. Taking 15. 1. 1 away from killing you. Yeah, we might just have to go no Ember Drain deployable equipment, which might be problematic. This fight though, he hits like a truck. He's kind of a jerk. We can infused consume reap. Everything here is dying, which I like, including the fleshling. A sweeper would be able to hit the boss and export another one of those fleshlings. Kind of want to hit him with the reap. and then we'll gain stats. Our sweeper at the top is going to eat some things. Do these guys root when they come out? They must root when they come out. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep you alive, my friend. Yeah, I guess we're gonna not take the equipment. Turns out that Ember Drain kind of sucks. We're killing everything up here, which is real funny. I like that. I guess I can play you and have you eat just for some stat gain. Hey, you live now. I'll take it. Still 500 HP, huh? Well, okay, let's restart the battle. We're gonna have to play our units instead of trying to infinitely build our kin host. Fine. We need more health is what we need. Okay, so if we're gonna do this differently, we still have 40, we have 50, basically 50 on our unit HPs for the ones that would be tanks. We need to kill enemies faster. So Spine Chief and Shattered Shell at the bottom deals with the small minions that come up and give us echoes for the floor. A kin host, we can the fact that it costs 2 is the problem. We could Forgotten Trade on an Animus, but that's not what we're looking for. We could put a Bog Chrysalis with a Forgotten Trade down, but they'll just get one-tapped. I think we want Animus at the top. I want to be able to eat up the flesh stacks as quickly as possible. I'll put a kin host on the middle floor, see how that goes. But we really do need to eat up these masses. It has to happen. So I think the best unit for that is probably the Animus, because it can pop them out and kill them at the same time. Like, we're removing 2 stacks right now. We could play the Wildwoods up here to keep her alive, or play them down here to keep the bottom floor alive with the Quick Sweeper. And we can play these saps with Abyssal Prism as they show up. We can get like regen. We'll have like regen 7 for the final boss wave, but that might be enough. I think that could be okay. We'll play stuff here when we can, but for now, because units are living and we're taking damage, a little bit of regen does seem like it goes a long way. She's just here to do damage, as much as she can. Let's try to stack up regen down here. I do still want the infusion here on him. That does make a lot of sense. This kin host won't fit anywhere, is a little problematic. I could have put everything up here and then Proclamation to get another fleshling out, but let's not worry about that. Let's just make sure that we're killing the fleshlings at the top. Now this is gonna be a lot of damage. I could also play Forgotten Trade right now. Doesn't seem necessary. I don't really want the Ember Drain. I think we're gonna need the power to play Soul Cripples and stuff. In fact, that's another fleshling that comes out. That kills you. We can kill you with Sweep, which saves a bit of damage. And let's just have you eat your stacks, and let's save 7 damage on you. This seems a lot more sustainable right now. He's still hurting, but we can work on that. In fact, let's do this. I think I'm gonna save Bounding Echoes. But I like the idea of just stacking up more Reap. If we stack up enough, we can just kill the boss with Reap. don't really want to remove a mass stack here, where it's just gonna hit us. We don't have time to mess around. Whether we take the damage now or later, it still gets one of the fleshlings out. It just kills him now. Let's kill him now. Okay, bottom floors, it's surviving. Him not so much. I thought I sucked in your echoes. I must not have. Top floor's looking a little light. I could pop another fleshling out and kill it on this turn, or I can save you with a Wildwood Sap. I don't really care. We're gonna have to kill this guy next turn. I guess let's save you because it's easy. We're dying here before we can even attack. Which means that the Forgotten Trade is not that bad. Let's put regen down here. Like, this is just gonna give us one echo. Actually, it'll give us two. It'll give us two. I'll just kill those guys with stings. Oh, it actually did remove multiple stacks, which I wasn't thinking of. So Steel Enhancer, let's play that. Yes. Bog Chrysalis ain't really gonna be doing too much. But I can kill both of you. Bog Chrysalis, if it comes out, is just gonna eat the infusions, which I don't want, but you know what? It can go on the top floor, and then we can deal damage to you. You're dying to the sweep, which saves us some damage. So now it's down to 2 stacks of mass, and we're killing the boss. Took a little bit of additional work, but we made it work. And there's some extra permanent stacks and stats. Now, will the mass still be removed on Revenge? No, I don't think so. Let's go to slow-mo. Just gonna play those for the hell of it. Yeah, the fleshlings are now permanently locked in, so the boss has +4 damage, just flat. Okay. This guy, though, he's a very tanky boss. Sorry, I said the wrong thing again. He does a lot of damage, is what I meant to say. For such an early boss, he's kind of difficult to deal with. Echo Bloom seems perfect. Every 4 turns, I can gain 4 echoes on a floor. That seems interesting. We can play around with the echoes very heavily there. We have another sweeper, a Thorned Hollow for another tank, or Kinhost Vessel. Shell 8, on hatch, summon a Kinhost Pupa, who has armor 20, multi-strike 2, and applies reap to enemy units when it strikes. I think we'll take this egg. We can maybe make a good egg floor with our champion. And we need the capacity. Definitely need the capacity. So unit upgrades or Celestial Alcove. We don't have a lot of money, but we can get more money, which I'm leaning towards. We have a quick and a large stone. Not really what I was hoping for. When you summon a friendly unit, draw an equipment and apply -2. We could get the equipment out a lot more cheaply. Echo Burn. Extract to draw every other turn. I don't think we need that. It is free. And we can use Spine Chief as a draw engine, but we already have the infusions, I guess. And if I want to put eggs on his floor, then do we want to extract to draw? Probably not. I think we'll just skip. We also only have 1 equipment that I don't even know if it's worth playing, so I'll skip that one. We could double Large Stone Animus. 100 HP is pretty good. But The Kinhost Pupa, when it gets released, will have multi-strike 2. So it'll have 3 attacks. A large stone works pretty well there, but it does make the egg larger. Perhaps we would prefer large stone on the Animus. We could also large stone the Bogflies, and if we get multi-strike, that's 4 attacks with the 2 Bogflies. That could be fun. Yeah, the egg is tempting. I'm gonna put it on the Bog Chrysalis, and then I'm gonna re-roll. We did get multi-strike. So do we put it on the Bog Chrysalis so we have Bogflies that get really, really strong, or do we put it on a 58-58 Kinhost that's gonna eventually be like a 100-100? Titanite is also tempting because he will be a great tank. This is a situation where I wish I could buy both, but I think we want multi-strike. And on the Bogflies, that is 4 flies. That's pretty good. I feel like Shattered Shell and Kinhost are going to be on the same floor with the Bog Chrysalis above. Like, the flies with multi-strike plus 8 attack per echo, they're just gonna scale as a fight goes on and as the echoes go up on the floor. It's pretty good. But the Kinhost, he's gonna be so strong. I'm gonna put it on the egg. Let's go egg. Would you like an egg? And then I don't know, maybe we'll just save our money. Upgrade our champion. He gets multi-strikes. We get more echoes faster. I like it. Also, strike, gain, echo, friendly units have more attack per echo is a good synergy, but he's also a good tank on this path. We need more money. Multi-strike enemies, I don't care. We need more money. So I think we're gonna want for this one a Shattered Shell, a Spine Chief, and some Bog Flies. And then up here, we're gonna want a Kinhost. We need energy, man. These enemies are all gonna die to our sweep, and Spine Chief is just gonna suck in all of the corruption. It sucks, but there's nothing else we can do about it. I could give everyone here a little bit of regen and health, which it'll help counteract the corruption to a small degree, so sure. And then I'm just going to play nothing else. It was a bad turn. Hey, now Spine Chief's gonna be able to attack. Beautiful. Does this give me 3 echoes? It gives me 1. Okay, I just wanted to check. I didn't know if it would or it wouldn't. But I want to do this. I want to soul cripple you. The egg is not quite hatching yet. If I play Steel Enhancer, it will, so I will play Steel Enhancer. Now the egg is hatching, I think. Should. There was a little indicator of like death on the egg, and now it's gone. But I think it will hatch. It should hatch, because it only needs 4 more. There we go. So now we have some really kind of strong bog flies. Oh, right, and they can move! Dude, I forgot about that. Just realized that my favorite aspects of both monster trains were playing for the eggs, says the Nor. Yep. New Monster Train 2 eggs! I forgot that they have this ability now. Extract, and they can fly around. That's cool. What a great time for bounding echoes, aka useless. So every time the Spine Chief attacks, he's going to be buffing the damage of the Bogflies by 16. Pretty good. I want to purge this. Fantastic. So I'm going to purge it. Oh, there was I forgot the gold goblin. It's not like I had anything to do to kill him. I had no spells that would actually hit. These Bogflies are very strong. They are quite strong. Normally they have 10 health. But the large stone is giving them plus 50. All right, let's draw more next turn. Poor champion is dead, but he did his job. He's sustained for a little while. All right, let's infuse, and then we'll cast all of the spells. Echo Bloom as well. There you go, plus 24, plus 24. I kind of wish that we could have had that be a little bit better, but this is totally fine. The Bogflies are doing a pretty good amount of damage. In fact, I could flee with them, come up here, and then try to get more shard, more stings, more infusions to buff up the floor. I mean, right now we have 4 echoes. We can probably get more than 4 if we wait a couple of turns. I can't play any units up there though, because these guys are two capacity because of the large stone. You know, it's probably just in our best interest to end the fight. Literally 1 sting will do it. But if 1 sting will do it, then why not just try to let this guy get the killing blow, right? He's gonna have 4 HP. So let us try and buff that guy a little bit more. So what we need right now is more health. We need our worm champion to live longer. I don't know where that'll come from, but I know it needs to happen. If I can only play 1 more infused card, I might as well play this guy. But I'm not going to have him eat the stacks. I'm going to have the other one eat the stacks. At 2 cost, it's kind of a little bit tough to afford. Two of these guys without having an energy relic, and also you want to stack up echoes on 1 floor. Extract to daze. Apply plus 8 attack per echo, clear echoes. We have things to do with the echoes already. Infused ability, echo burn, or draw. I mean, that would be nice on the bottom floor with the Spine Chief. We're gonna have tons of echoes for the floor. To be able to do something with them is nice, but we're already gonna be trying to hatch. And then we want echoes for the units. So Echoes of the Past is good. It's good damage, it's good scaling. And eventually that'll be better than the infusion. So you know what, sure. And by infusion, I mean the ability on the kin host. Eventually we're not gonna want permanent growth on the final couple of fights. Restore 20 health twice. Draw +2 next turn. I like it. We need a heal. Good opportunity to save money, potentially. I like the idea of duplication. It would be a good opportunity to duplicate our kin host. We could also duplicate the egg. And with Spine Chief Egg, we can get 4 bogflies out that each have multi-strike and large stone. It's not a bad idea to duplicate the Bog Chrysalis here. I think that Shell 10 is not that bad when your Spine Chief is eventually going to have multi-strike too. We also get a free relic and maybe an additional relic. Merchant of Arms, I don't have equipment that I care about, so let's just go for maybe a more guaranteed path. Friendly units gain stealth on summon and slay. Stealth on summon and slay. I don't think we want this because it's gonna mess up who gets hit when. You know, we want the tanks to get hit. This means that sometimes the tank won't get hit. Although it does mean that Shattered Shell is going to gain so much stealth. And a 50 health unit that can never get hit. That's pretty tempting. Urzel's Horde, take 25 gold. Well, I'm actually thinking that for the sweeper, this might not be a bad idea. All of our units have a lot of health. If they take an occasional hit, it's not bad. Shattered Shell is going to gain the most stealth, and then they can just tank the bottom floor for forever on their own. Dude, let's do it. I think it works. I think it works. Units get more upgrade slots. I'll take it, but I'm still duplicating Bog Chrysalis right now. Enemy units appear on each floor. That's not a big problem. You enchant with Titan Skin, that's also not a problem. Haste is not a problem. Okay. So, we want... Spine Chief could hatch that Bog Chrysalis is on the top floor pretty quickly. 3/3 with Corruption. There won't be Corruption on the bottom. Oh, in fact, there's not going to be Corruption. Sorry, enemies aren't going to attack because all of my units will have stealth. Yes, okay, we got to think. So I want quick Shattered Shell at the bottom. This Shattered Shell at the top. This guy is going to get all the kills and then die. Middle floor. I want... this Kinhost to come out. No, we should probably do this Kinhost. This Kinhost is going to come out and eat the Corruption and then die in one turn. We're gonna lose the shell for one turn. Who cares? Spine Chief is going to hit twice and get 2 kills. We'll put out a Bog Chrysalis behind. This is going to be our Chrysalis floor. This is going to be the kill as many enemies as you can while you have stealth floor. Okay, perfect. You're all dead. You're all dead. You guys are dead. Spine Chief is going to get 2 stacks of stealth, and Bog Chrysalis is going to get 2 stacks of stealth. Kinhost Vessel is going to get 1 stack of stealth, but this should be fine. If I Steel Enhance, it keeps him alive, which is not what we want. So we're not going to do that. We'll play it... well, I can play it if I play Focused Growth. Bad time for Bog Chrysalis. I want to play you at the back, but I can't. I mean, I could put you here, then if we can hatch you, I can move you up. This floor is gonna hatch pretty quickly. If I can fly the eggs somewhere else, I guess that does make sense. So, you have 60 health. Come out. Have fun. Let's draw more, and I will buff these eggs. Now, unfortunately, the hatching worked against me. The front egg ate the echoes and then died. It also happens with burnout. The front egg, if it has burnout, will eat the echoes and then burn out and die. I really wish they had fixed the mechanic. I wish they had fixed it so that Reap would do damage first, but they didn't, it looks like. It's a shame. We have Boundless Echoes and a lot of stings. Oh boy. We also have a Kin Host, which I don't even know if I'm going to be able to play on this turn with what I'm going to be doing. So we need to... I need to dump things from my hand, which I can't do. I'm going to play an Animus. I will play this. Ah, crap. You know what? Fine. Boundless Echoes. Infuse all of these cards. Why not? All right, you're dead. The egg will hatch, which is good. And I suppose we can start working on this egg. Not buffing the Kin Host as much as I was hoping I would be able to, but that's okay. Reap is already bonkers. Yeah, but like if you have one Echo and one Reap and you just need it to do 1 damage and it doesn't, that kind of feels lame. That's my thought. You're hitting this Bogfly because this one has stealth, or this guy has stealth. But then they're going to start getting more damage. Forgotten Trade would infuse. I have no way of hatching this guy on this turn. I don't know if the Ember Drain would get duplicated. If it doesn't, then just getting infinite Charged Echo Revenge is pretty good with those guys. Let us maybe just purge this, you know? Keep it simple, stupid. All right, what do we got? There's my 92. We also have Echo Bloom. I really want Kin Host to come out and start buffing. Like, I really do want that. Echo Bloom is also just really funny, though, for the Bloom Burst. I think we need him to come out. We're still wanting to buff him when we can. He's a 100-100 unit. That's pretty nice. Have you hatched yet? He's not gonna hatch before the boss comes out, so he's stuck. And Ascend and Descend works really well on eggs to stack them all on one floor. That is something that I do like to do. Hatch will go off mid-boss fight now. At the end of turn. Oh, at the end of turn. That's really nice. If I can get 4, that means that they'll pop before this guy kills them with stealth. I can get 1. I can get 2. I can get 4 with Echo Bloom, and then we'll have double Bog Chrysalis. Or I could just play it up here and then get more on this guy, which is what I'm gonna do. No, we have 8 capacity, might as well wait now. I just, you know, I don't care about score, so why don't we take our time? By the way, you're dead. You're dead because of some freaking bog flies. That must be so embarrassing for you, dying to some freaking bog flies. How the hell does a bog fly kill you? And it'll be real fun to watch the scaling damage here, because the bogflies will just get stronger and stronger. Every time the champion attacks, they get stronger, so now they're doing 87 times 2. Champion died, but, you know, he can't live forever. We had like, I don't know, 6, 8 echoes on the floor, that was good. Soul Siphon, really good card. A little bit worse than Monster Train 2. It's better with Monster Train 1. In Monster Train 1, you can make this card intrinsic, draw it immediately, and play it before you play your units, but because of deployable, you cannot deploy a spell that is drawn during deployment phase. You can make it intrinsic, but not deployable. Return Soul is pretty good. Infuse, distinct, return a spell from the discard pile, infuse it, consume it. Just take that one. Spikes. Spikes on a sleigh will give stealth. Is that what we want? Probably not. And Graft is a free minor heal, but we need to upgrade it for it to be good. I don't think we need it. All right, Hatch being able to go off mid-boss fight is a really important thing to learn there. We'll keep that in mind. Dude, spells don't really matter that much. I'm going Merchant of Steel. Grant silence to non-boss enemy units. That is pretty good. But we don't need it. We can kill the enemy units that enchant silence very easily. Bloodthirsty Blade could be good on our sweeper. It's a good way of really buffing his damage. He's gonna get a lot of kills. We're already on fight 6 though. We'll have fight 6, 7th, and 8. It could be like plus 20, plus 30 damage. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. I'll take it. But we do have the ability to continue upgrading our units here, which we're gonna take. So we can Smidge Stone, Large Stone, an Animus. That's funny. We could just Large Stone another Bog Chrysalis, but then they're too big to fit on the damn train. But I do like the idea of a Smidge Stone, Large Stone, Smidge Stone, double Large Stone Animus. It's just a good unit that is beefy. And that's real funny. 20 health, 14 damage. We haven't played this egg, like, at all. So I'm gonna give this egg some minor upgrades. Titanite quick. All right, Titanite works pretty well on the 100-100 kin host. Also works pretty well on the Bog Chrysalises. You know, they have a lot of health when they get hatched. They're a very good damage dealer, but let's just Titanite the kin host, who's gonna have maybe 200 health by the end of this. We could make a quick egg. I don't know if we want to. We could make a second quick shattered shell that's just there to do a little damage. That's fine. You know, it'll eat a shot and then die, but that's money we could save for something else. Plus 5 attack per echo. More attack for a bogfly? Yeah, sure. Give it to me, baby. Uh-huh. So close to chrysalids to cause me to get worried, says username. They do look... I like how they look like Zerg. Plus 10 health and spikes. Quicken plus 10. Quick is fine on this kin host if we actually manage to hatch it. Maybe on a really long fight. Multi-strike, reap, damage, quick, little health. I'm gonna save the money. Spikes. I think we have enough good units. I would very much love to get more damage on the units that we have. like the good ones. All right, there's gonna be annoying cherubs that need to be taken out. Our Shattered Shell will need a little bit more damage for that. Maybe we should have upgraded him for a little bit more damage output. We could do all of our hatching at the bottom, but I really think that the play is Shattered Shell at the bottom. Grow the sweep damage, grow the stealth for now. Maybe even just put a second one down here just to die, but we have better things to do with our energy, like maybe a Spine Chief here. Spine Chief could also go on the top floor and start opening up the Bog Chrysalises, but I want him attacking more often. So I'm gonna put him down here. We'll put down a Bog, we'll put down a Bog. And we can play a top floor Animus. It's a 33 times 308 1 pip Animus that can just go out wherever the hell we want it. I'll take it. I thought these guys had 60 health. 30 health is a lot more reasonable. We are gonna get corrupted. So we're gonna have to stop that corruption, I think. I'm going to want... Hold over on echoes. Yeah, we need more spell upgrades at some point, but also maybe just removing some cards we're not playing. Because once we play our units, we're kind of out of cards. Consume, Proclamation I don't really want, and then, you know, remove things that remove Forgotten Trade. This thing kind of sucks. Maybe we'll keep it to gold it, and then we just draw heavily. We don't even need holdover. I want my stings. Let's sting. I want the stings. This floor is for shell hatching. We could do that, or do you apply corruption on attacking? You do. You're gonna corrupt my Spine Chief. Put it there. Well, he didn't attack at the bottom, I guess, because he was, in fact, stealth. Corruption. Corruption is gonna suck. I have a Forgotten Trade, which we don't need. I have a Bounding Echoes, which we don't really need. I'd love to save that for stings, but maybe we just play it. And we have a Kinhost, which, again, we don't really need. 5 more damage does get the Shattered Shell a kill, but... Oh, and we've got bells coming as well. That kind of sucks. 80 damage. Tuned. Corruption 6. This guy's dead. I can't really keep him alive. That's fine. Healing him's not gonna matter. Does give us a draw. It might even give us draw plus 6 next turn. You know what? I'm gonna reset the turn. I want to know. Okay, it does give us draw plus 6 next turn on that one spell. Very interesting. Where am I? Who am I? I'm just now noticing he has 1 eyeball, but his visor is built for 2 eyes. So we can force a lot of extra draw if we need it. Oh, also, Return Soul can bring back Bounding Echoes in our hand on a better turn. So let's keep that in mind as well. I am going to get good draw next turn. I'm then going to play a Kinhost Vessel to eat the corruption for our sweeper. I'm then going to grab the permanent +2/+2 and then end my turn. I think that's fine. It's not great, but it's fine. kind of burning time for the eggs to hatch at this point anyways. And 1 egg is hatching. We do need more health on this guy. Hopefully we can get around to the health card. Bloom Burst would hatch the eggs. Both of them. I do like that idea, but we do need help on him. Again, still. You couldn't give me a Preserved Thorns on this turn, huh? 22 damage. We're still not killing the damn egg fast enough. How dare you? And by egg, I mean cherub. That's what I meant. I'm going to infuse and consume a spell from the discard pile. We can bring back Bounding Echoes if we need echoes. We might need echoes. I'm starting to realize this might be a bit of a tough run. I could get the double heal out now. It's the spikes, man. The spikes is chewing us up and spitting us out. I don't want the Spine Chief to die. But if he does, we can always fly up the eggs to a different floor. So it's not the worst thing. Do we sacrifice the whole middle floor? Is that the play? Is that the plan? Like, we still have 5 shell to hatch this guy, which is going to be problematic. Or I could bring back the card that heals for 40 and draws 6. And then we can move everything up to the top floor with our Titanite Kinhost. Hatch another Bog Chrysalis, and then go to town with Echo Bloom on the top. I kind of like that idea. We need Focused Growth. I can't even play it, because I played Echo Bloom. Good point. Well, it consumes now, so that's gotta be good, right? All right, slight mistakes. That's fine. This is still okay. Spine Chief is Egg Sitter. I mean, he's a good Egg Sitter. That was a bit of a whiff play, though. But that's fine. We only need 3 more. Well, we need, I guess, 7 more in order to get everything up from the bottom floor, from the middle floor, right? Oh, I forgot you also feed enemies spikes. Oh, that's the problem. That's why these guys have spikes 12 moving up. Okay. Okay, so you come out, you're a tank. You have stealth though. We're going to give you the blade. It gets a kill, which I really like. And it stops us at getting this garbage in our deck. You guys need to fly, but you can't do it quite yet. We are going to get 2 more. We're gonna be really close to hatching this egg. We can do it next turn. But then we also need to fly the bog flies to the top floor. So we'll work on that. Okay, good. Bounding Echoes. We're gonna need that here. Soul Cripple, I think, is totally acceptable. Vengeful Shard. Then we play a Sting. Sting. Next turn, we can fly them all up. Yes. Kind of want you to eat all the echoes on this floor, because now we're going to stack up echoes on the top floor. One of my little flies does have a little bit of corruption, unfortunately. But they can all move now. They can all move. So you move. You move. You move. You move. Then we give them all a buff. Keeps them alive a little bit longer. Dump this. Play this. We have a Shattered Shell we can play just to kind of dump it out of the deck. If we play it here, it might actually get the boss to come up here on the middle floor, which would be better than the top floor. Wildwood Sap is nice, counteracts the corruption for a little bit. Everyone's taking damage. Why? You ate spikes. That is horrendous. Totally, completely, and utterly horrendous. Well, that sucks. Please. We are doing 800 damage, though. That's not bad. You're going to be corrupted. You're going to die next turn. That is okay. You're going to kill all of the cherubs before they do anything. That is perfect. Stings. I guess maybe killing you a little bit faster, because I do not like the fact that you have spikes and you inflict corruption. This fight is annoying when the boss gets spikes. I wish the boss couldn't eat. But we have more sap. We'll play more sap. And I guess I could have played this on everyone to heal everyone for 40. That's interesting. I think I'm just going to play the bells. And maybe we can return soul a... Oh, nothing's in the discard pile. We can bring back a sting. We have a ton of echoes. Now, do we want to eat and buff the guy in the front? I think we do. I think we're going to play enough infusions. We'll get like maybe 6 echoes. Let's not waste these 9 that we have. I'm going to have him eat. Get a stat bonus. And we will keep buffing everyone here. And a sting. And we could have forgotten trade. At this point, that is probably worthwhile. We're gonna get a lot of echoes on the floor as a result of that. And that's just gonna keep raising the damage of the floor constantly. Now, Echoes of the Past, will that work on everyone? Non-move effects hit everyone. It does hit everyone, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. So everyone gets, it's not a single target, every unit gets plus 24 damage. That's pretty nice. I think though what we're going to do is I'm just going to permanently buff my Kinhost because we can. We're gonna easily win the floor, give him a little more health. End the turn. I'm gonna go in slow motion. I want to watch this in progress. We gain an echo. My bog flies start doing more damage. 43, 53, 53. It repeats. We get another echo on the floor. We get another echo, 67 damage, 92 damage, and that damage from the bog flies just goes up every turn. I like it. Rail Spike is real good. Wurmkin Spike is okay. Channel Song is also real nice. We have units that we're not playing. This does make them playable. You know, if I don't play an egg, if I don't play a Kinhost, the Kinhost becomes free. I can put it down and just block. Not like we need it, because we're playing all of our units turn 1, basically. I think I am going to go for energy. I think we could use it. I don't think we need the draw. So Awoken's Rail Spike could be used to help us get into the deck faster. Yeah, I'll take it. We need energy. Now, do we want another Merchant of Steel? That might be a little bit too much. And yet, Bog Chrysalis needs an upgrade. Kinhost needs 2 upgrades. Shattered Shell needs an upgrade. I think you just focus on the units, man. Multi-strike. Multi-strike on another Bogfly? Hell yeah. Shattered Shell, also pretty nice, but let's do Bog Chrysalis. Now, Endless on Shattered Shell, I really like, because now if he ever dies to corruption or anything like that, we just bring him back. Dualism. It's not going to do anything on Kinhost, really. It doesn't increase Shell, good to know. Titanite we've already done. Titanite on Kinhost Vessel? I don't know. Merchant of Arms, Merchant of Magic. We could also save our money. We don't play him. We don't play the Shattered Shell. We don't play the Kinhost. If we get Titanite, we could play the Kinhost. Mother of Zerg, welcome! He just screams hello at me when he shows up. Hello! Well, hello. How are you? Dualism. On strike, apply Reap 2 and get armor 40. You know what? Dualism Kinhost. I like it. And then everything else doesn't matter. Let's remove some cards. Actually, let's go to the cavern. Erase a card and upgrade slots. Apply Purified Essence or gain Beacon's Light. Days 1, all floors. What card would we erase the text of and make it a 50-50? Just Egg. How about Just Egg? $200 Kinhost. A 60-60 Kinhost. I hate that it removes the quick from this guy. It's kind of the whole point of what we put on him. I don't think we want to erase anything. Our units are good. We could gain a spell that dazes all enemies, and that would be fine. I feel like, have we never won with the card? It wasn't gilded. Strike! Multi-strike 3. Oh, they buffed him! He attacks 4 times per turn, really. Also, the Decayer is a really good combo, because every time he gains an Echo, he'll reap the enemies and they'll take more stacking damage every turn. But I think we want the Echoes from him. It's the whole point. -1 energy per turn. Hey, I just added energy. You are a silence unit. I have sweep quick. You will die. Everything is gonna be fine. I like this new bit of me joining and screaming, says Mother of Zerg. I do too. I do as well. Okay. Spine Chief needs to hit and open up shells. Big units are gonna live and make it up to the 2nd floor. We really do need like more regen. We have focused growth at least. Yeah, middle floor is still probably the best for him, because we need him to attack, and he can attack from this position after 1 turn. That's fine. Shattered Shell has to come out. Bog Chrysalises need to come out. Now we could put revenge on our champ and start getting us even more Echo from him, and I kind of like that idea. It's either that or play an Animus and Shattered Shell, but I really like this idea. It's gonna stack the damage way, way better, I think. I'm playing it. What is that? Hotok! Kaka! Thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it. Hope you're still enjoying some Monster Train. How much is going to make it up to the 2nd floor? The big enemies. It's not just Purified Souls. The Shattered Shell won't kill them. So we need something that can actually kill those minions. That's gonna be this floor. I wish I could play Echo Bloom. That's fine. Do we need regen on everyone? No. Play this. Play this, and turn. Well, let's draw. Now, admittedly, we're not really doing that much right now, but there we go. There's a big unit. Thank you. Jesus. We've only done one egg so far. Do we need big man? If we're gonna play you, we're gonna play you at the top. We don't need to daze. I kind of want to just dump the calcified ember. What's funny is that we are going to get both of our sting cards on this turn, I think. Yep. And Bounding Echoes is in the draw pile. Luckily, I can draw it. Thank you, game. What just horrible timing. Here's our echoes now. So we play this. We play this. We draw one card. What a waste of this, but it has to be done. We infuse everything in hand. There's a red exclamation mark in the eggs. It only appears for like 1 second and then it goes away. I wish it stuck around longer. Now I can bring a card back if I want and if it's free. He's dead and we're gonna hatch. I actually think I'm gonna bring back the proclamation. Just to make sure he's dead. There we go. I'm still working the music mixed with the sound of annihilation sets the mood. Hell yeah. Okay. This floor has stacked echo capacity. We can stack it even more with Echo Bloom. Do we really need it though? I think I'd rather put it up here and then start building up a floor to buff the max stats of our other unit, because the middle floor will be fine. We're gonna have enough damage, I believe. Also, we're gonna play, oh, what if we just play Echoes of the Past? Do we need it? We don't really need it, not now. We could Echo Bloom and then play it. This boss is the annoying one with the spike thing in the front, right? She's gonna get somewhat strong from the Shattered Shell, but not too bad, I think. Let's, I mean, 150 is still good enough, right? Let's give you the Bloodthirsty Blade. Let's Echo. Let's work on winning. I will Sting. I will give you some regen at this point. Is there anything worth bringing back? We can bring back a Sting and just play it for the hell of it. Don't need it. I mean, it's still an infusion, but we don't need the infusion. We could bring it up here, I guess. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, and we can play you. We can have you suck up some echoes at some point. We don't need any more here because he's gonna keep, the champion's gonna keep this floor at full. But let's buff everyone. I'll suck it up here. You're 167, 164. And in turn. That's okay. Here you are. You're dead. Because you don't have any spikes. I have 14 turns of stealth. I'm gonna get another like 6 turns of stealth. Didn't even need any of the other floors. Look at that. Look at that. Well, end turn. That's what we wanted out of Shattered Shell. I've never seen the stealth relic be even useful before. Now it's carrying the run. Well, he would still be... I gave him Endless. If he dies, he comes back. He's quick, so it doesn't matter if he dies. He still does his damage. He's not there to beat the boss, but if he stacks up 20 stealth with 100 damage, he can. This is the ideal scenario for the relic. One unit getting lots of stealth. Returned a consume spell to the top of the draw pile. Infuse, deal damage. Extract, apply melee weakness. Broken Memories is pretty good. It consumes. We can get more stings if we want. But honestly, getting like another Bounding Echoes, that's pretty good. Return home, welcome. You have returned, in fact. There's another Preserved Thorns. I feel like Focus Growth is what we want. We're gonna go to a Merchant of Magic because we need spells. So a second one of these, maybe we can make one of them cheap and consume, the other one cost -1. That would be acceptable. But we need spells. We have literally not upgraded spells at all. +1 energy per turn, -3 deployable. Summon random units, no. The totem's tempting. Holdover is also tempting. I was saying Return Soul could be interesting. Steel Enhancer is, free. But I think if we can luck into no consume, -2 consume on Beacon's Light, that would be fun. I want Focused Growth to be better. That's a card that we're gonna need to be able to play. It being free is nice. A holdover frees 1 cost though. I'm willing to do that. And then I'll make this one cheaper as well. Add consume to anything we can, because the spells kind of suck. Remove consume, -2 and consume, and double stack. What would we rather have? Would we rather it cost 1, or would we rather it have days 2 whenever we play it? We can only pick one. 3 cost or 1 cost. I feel like 1 cost is definitely better for this. It's gonna be hard to play it at 3 energy, even though we have 4 energy. We could have 5 energy if we take the relic in the shop. And then all of a sudden, days 2, it's pretty good. Super Rail Spike that doesn't consume. I mean, we can't draw off of the rail. It's not like we can duplicate the rail spikes. That doesn't work anymore. But we can eventually make our deck cheap. That is true. Spend the extra energy on this. Double stack the Beacon's Light, and then eventually it'll cost 0. Yeah, you can't go infinite. I don't know if you can go infinite with the rail spikes, because you cannot draw cards after you play the rail spike. You can draw once. So I don't know if you can infinite with the rail spike anymore. You would have to have a card that pulls cards without drawing them, which can work. Something like Return Soul, it doesn't draw. It just puts a card into your hand. So maybe with like, it also consumes the card, but if you made this consume and then not consume, and if you made Returned Soul consume not consume. Oh, but it has distinct, so you can't even use this to pull itself. That's the problem with distinct. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way of making it work. Return Soul can't put Consume on a card that removes Consumed. True, but Return Soul can't bring back Return Soul, which means you can't go infinite by... I was thinking if you could have this thing, add Consume, remove Consume, and then have Spell Chain, then Return Soul can bring back another card and Return Soul to your hand. And if you have another card that has no Consume on it, then you can go infinite. But because of Distinct, the keyword, it can't return itself. So you can't go infinite off of one card. Well, not this card. What are we doing? Permanently remove Consume, -2, and gain Consume. Sure, let's Rail Spike it. That way we actually have an excuse to double stack this, and we can... I think I'm gonna take this for the -3 deployable energy. We'll still have 3 energy, which means we can play Spine Chief, Sweeper, Bog Chrysalis. That's all we need. I will Purge, and a card that I don't really care about is Proclamation. Units we can play and have them die, I don't care. Proclamation, we never play it. So we'll dump it. We'll duplicate, we could duplicate the Rail Spike or Beacon's Light for infinite stunning. The Rail Spike is a little more tempting, it's a little bit more interesting as a duplicate. We could also duplicate the Kin Host, it's a 164. I don't think we need it though. We could duplicate Return Soul to get more opportunities to bring cards back, and if we bring back Awoken's Rail Spike, we can get more draw off of that. We can consume our deck faster to get it down to a size where we want to draw only specific cards. Downright cruel to have one Kin Host starving while the other gorges itself. Hey, that's life, man. That's reality. Duplicate any card except your champion. Yeah, I think that's what I want. I've been chosen. Me. We could dupe the Rail Spike or dupe Return Soul. Kind of want to dupe Return Soul. It's also infused. Ugh. Sucks that they removed the Rail Spike looping. I understand why they did it, because it's a 1-card infinite. You have to have 2 different upgrades on the card, but 1 card with 2 upgrades, that's all you need to go infinite, you just dupe it a whole bunch of times. I understand why they nerfed it. I don't like that they nerfed it in that way, but I understand the need for a nerf. I have more energy than I thought. Oh, because we gained 1 energy from the totem, of course. So I can play an extra card. If I play top floor Spine Chief, I can immediately begin the process of getting the bogs unlocked, and then we can also heal him on the next turn as soon as possible, because a lot of damage is coming in. Let's see if we can get that out, like, first. And an Animus might die in 1 hit, but maybe I'll just play a Shattered Shell here, just to get him out. Get him out and die. The boss does 30, which means we're taking... Oh, we would take 90, but we're actually stealthed up. I forgot about that. Oh, and this guy's not even coming close to dying. That's a problem. We're gonna have to soul cripple him. I will do that. So let's begin. We have the focused growth in hand, so we can always heal him when we need to. You need to get soul crippled. You need to die faster. I'll play this. I would like the draw. It replaces itself. Make sure that he dies. That's helpful. The stealth might mess things up a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah, they're minus 90. We can start dazing people, though. Returned Soul can bring back a single focused growth. We have a kin host. Put it here, it'll take 45 instead of 90 on the back. That's okay. 5 shell for a bog chrysalis unlock. We're gonna need that. I could just daze everything. It's the whole point of Beacon's Light. At some point we need to burn through the melee weakness though. But I want the boss to be up here to hit, to do that, don't I? Okay, what do we do? What do we do? What do we play? What do we do? Do we ember drain ourselves? Probably not, at least right now, until we get the energy flowing. Kinda wanna draw. I want to draw a lot. Let's draw and daze, because I don't really like this turn. Get some HP on you, and then probably just not even play Returned Soul. Returned Soul. We don't need it. I feel like units are going to be hitting the Pyre at this rate because we're not doing that much damage. Oh, never mind. We're doing a lot because of the whole, echo gain, many multi-strike thing. That's right. Return a consumed spell to the top of your draw pile. Abounding echoes on this turn would go hard. Although I do not have Wurmkin's Rail Spike. But we'll draw it next turn, which is totally fine because it goes to the top of the draw pile. I understand. I like it. Let's do it. Dump this card. Play the blade, because we need to kill the high damage sweepers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So preserved thorns. And then I really want to get Bounding Echoes now, but I can't draw it. Spell card from the discard pile to your hand. I have nothing that draws. That's fine. We're gonna purge all the stings eventually anyways. So let's get a little bit of regen on everyone. Because why not? Let's get a little bit of extra draw. We don't need the draw. We can hold this. Not like it matters though, because it's not like we can actually draw anything. This is going much better. Much better. That guy's never gonna die. My which guy? This guy? Chattershell? He is endless. That's a lot of damage we're taking on this turn. Any way around this? We are melee weak. That's the problem. Nothing's in the discard pile. We need to draw, I think, on this turn. We can bring a consumed card back, probably Bounding Echoes. Echo Bloom would be nice, but I need to draw first. What are we looking for? Really, I need the daze. The melee weakness is gonna kill me here. We're taking 66 damage from the first hit, and then on top of that, we're taking another 20, so 86, and then plus 18, plus 30. Because of the rage on this floor, it's getting us killed. Well, let's see if we can draw the daze then. If not, this is gonna suck. Echo. I want the damage on everyone. Let's give you a little bit of health. Bring back a bounding echo so we can get more echoes on the floor. We're gonna draw 6, which is enough. Oh, but even if I draw the card, I can't play it because it costs 1. That's right. Why did I think that that would actually be a good strategy? Definitely not a good strategy. Crap. Well, units are dying at least. I can fly my units, but that's not important. We still have a lot of damage up here. I can fly them behind this floor if I have to. It's the melee weakness being, you know, one-tapping our units that sucks. Flies can jump on a grenade, I guess, but like, I like the flies. They're a good unit. It'd be better for me to just get the Kinhost out at some point. Okay, you're still working enemies down, which is fine. We do have the days. I can also return Soul, Awoken's Rail Spike. This is the turn for it. We're gonna want to try to draw this to make it cheaper. Because it just adds infusion to it. I want to play it. And we can draw 4. Right down here, I suppose. Okay, we didn't draw it. That's fine. We can consume this, though. Play some stings. Play a buff up here that hits everyone. We can bring another card back. I guess it got shuffled in. To bring back a sting and then get rid of it is nice. I mean, units are still gonna die when they make it up here, especially if we have stealth or daze. But we need to get our tank out, which will probably be middle floor. And then we're gonna fly these guys down and then have the Pyre murder these guys. Maybe? Well, you have to be played. Infuse deployable Ember Drain, but on revenge gain. We don't need to play that now, but we're gonna want to play it here. Kinhost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I suppose we'll play Kinhost. And then we'll draw 5, I think. It will hit Echo Bloom and it will hit Beacon's Light. So now they're a little bit more playable. Ah, Echoes of the Past will hit everyone. I like it. Although now they can't fly. Oh, damn. That's okay. Bring back a sting, consume it, play it. Everything up here is dead. Do we want to suck in the 6/6? I kind of want this guy to hatch. I need the damage output. The Crystal Boys are back. Diminutive Jerry, yes. In the base game, there's also a DLC that adds another clan and new content. Okay, this floor is getting wiped due to the melee weakness and the rage. Once again, you're here, huh, boss? Freaking jerk. I wish you wouldn't. Okay, if they move up to the top floor, will the Pyre be able to kill him? Yes. I think we abandon the top floor, we go to the middle, and we start tanking behind the Kinhost Carapace because this floor is starting to suck with the melee weakness. I can't kill them all. So we're gonna abandon the floor. And we'll just play down here. You know, a couple of stings. You're dying in one shot to the Pyre. You're dying in one shot to the Pyre. Pyre's not gonna take that much. It'll be fine. Yeah, Savagery, the melee weakness, the triple damage is getting to be problematic. But we're not dead yet. You're gonna live with 1 HP. That's funny. Bring a card back and make it consume. Stings, please. Now he's dead. I saw the exclamation mark. Eggs hatching, I think. We have a kin host. You know what? That'll save the Pyre 5 damage. On this draw. Beacon's Light now costs 1. Still can't really play it, but we're getting close to being able to play it. Restore health. We can and we should. And then we should bring back a card and we should consume it. Okay, Pyre's gonna take some hits. Enough consumed souls and you can thin out the deck to Beacon of Light every turn. I don't like the new game mode, but we're gonna play more of it later today. So our Shattered Shell is doing 1700 damage. We are going to Echo Bloom. This is going to be a really big Echoes of the Past, plus 100 damage on everybody. Very good. And our Kinhos Pupa is out with Reap 2 on strike. Is he quick? He's not quick. He's just there. He's just the guy. Draw 5. I can guarantee draw this next turn, so we'll play this next turn. Just buff you. Let's draw 5. Vengeful Shards are free. Sting, we can bring the Sting back. Beacon's Light is now free! Beautiful. End turn. Well, this is infused, we'll play it. We can almost play the card, waves remaining 1. Why'd they all get the buff? So I have Abyssal Prism. The first time I play a spell on my own units, it gets duplicated on all units. So, the first time I play Echoes of the Past, instead of hitting one enemy or one unit, it'll hit all units. It's a pretty good card, honestly. So I want you to have this. And then I want to get the Shattered Shell out of my hand. And then I will play this. And then I will play this. And then I will play Rail Spike. It almost draws itself. It's not quite there yet. Let's daze you again. Infuse. Might as well daze you again. Deck's looking mighty thin, but that's okay. All right, that worked. I hate for a champion to die like he did, but we had to punch through or we had to let the enemies punch through us with the melee weakness. I forgot about this. Let's do it. I thought the fight was gonna end at Seraph. How come the Titans are all weird eldritch monstrosities in some form and then Herzl is just a guy? I don't know. Maybe he's just happy to be a guy. Shattered Shell will still have stealth, And because of Endless, we'll still be able to come back with stealth. It won't block the Pyre damage when the dude is on the same floor, but that's fine. You get played. Spine Chief on the top floor will have one extra turn before the big guy shows up, but maybe we want him on the middle so we can start stacking up early. Or we go middle floor Kinhost and get the 164 tank out there. I think we'll go Spine Chief middle. I like that, honestly. With one extra card available, we're probably gonna go Animus top. We still get corrupted. 48 health, we have enough time, I hope. Especially because we can daze you. 48 health, we should have enough time. A little bit of corruption on our units is not that bad. We'll make do. Bounding Echoes in hand is really nice. Being able to return a consumed card back to the draw pile is okay. In fact, we could Bounding Echoes, Broken Memories, Bounding Echoes even right now, but I think we'll wait on that. Shattered Shell, I would like you to just come out and eat some crap for me. Let's draw 6. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but Bounding Echoes. There's a red exclamation mark for 1 second, and then it goes away. Now, the Bloodthirsty Blade is an interesting one because it will not stick around. I play it, we'll have a temporary buff while he gets kills, and then it's going to go away forever. I might be okay with that. I am okay with that. It's the whole point of the weapon. We want to bring back a consumed card, Bounding Echoes, I think. We could also wait and do it later. We can bring back Awoken's Rail Spike now. Does it even do anything? I don't know. Let's buff everyone and apply regen to the front man. Let us... Well, you might as well do it, right? Bring it back. Can it even... Does it even make the cards cheaper? I don't know, but it at least is another pip for the floor. We're gonna have a shell, maybe getting close to 2. Let's get you out, because that's free. And let's do another one of these and bring back Bounding Echoes. I think I want that next turn. All right, you die, that's fine. You're taking damage, that's fine. You're still getting kills. That's all I care about. If you guys have corruption, if you have corruption, I'll heal it. So we are unlocking the next shell. We're also doing 500 damage. And Bounding Echoes is a good opportunity here to use it on some stings. That's a lot of echoes on one floor. Kinhost Carapace comes out. He is the tank. Pyre Light. Might as well play that. And for him, we can heal him with Focused Growth. We can heal for 40 every turn. We want to stop the corruption buildup as much as we can. Sapping our units is not that bad. I might just play this just to play it. We do a ton of damage. So what do we want? Daze is good. It won't daze. Entropy is immune to dazed. Are you Entropy? Yes. You're dazable, you're dazable. So we're gonna daze. You're not dazable, we're gonna still get the crap added to our hand. Fine, whatever. Turn a spell from the discard pile to your hand and make it consume. We want to consume the stings. I also want echoes on this floor to hatch that guy if we can. So we'll just bring back a sting. I want to buff these units. I don't think we need Wildwood Sap. I think I just want to buff them, and then we'll sap the dude in front. And then let's focus growth to get some draw. Savagery, because he's dazed, does not get multi-strike when he loops. That's very handy. Does Dazing Dominion still give you the Pyre Light? It does not. So we might want to stall on that, admittedly. But I think if the fight goes on for a long time, we benefit. Because eventually we can just completely counteract everything that the bosses are doing. So I think delaying is good. Echo Bloom, playable, but do we want to play it? That's the question. I think I'm just gonna, you're still dazed, I'm just gonna hit you and consume this. Well, yeah, sure. Shattered Shell needs to be played. We don't really have much to do on this turn, so I guess we will Echo Bloom. It feels more appropriate here than up here. We don't want to buff him anymore. We just want to make sure this floor is strong. So now this floor is very strong. I would like to draw more. Let's go up to 10 draw next turn. These bosses are almost dead, which is beautiful. You're still not. You're a problem, but that's okay. I need to not sap enough that Spine Chief can't attack, but we have Echoes of the Past, so we're gonna work around the sap very quickly. Very quickly. Reserved Thorns. I suppose we'll play it up here just so we can hatch this guy. Echoes of the Past. Everyone's gonna get a huge buff. Now we're working around the sap. Yeah, I'm not really worried about. We could hit you with some stings. Not really worried about the big bosses. This one, maybe we have enough health on the Pyre. We'll be fine. And we can daze. Are we going to daze? Yes, we should. Why wouldn't you? Buff you, because you still have corruption. We'll play the Rail Spike. It's infused. We'll play it here. We get a sting. Now you're hatching. And then we will just play him down here. Anyone need a heal? Not really. Where's your Pyre Lights? That's the reason why. We don't have Pyre Lights because we keep dazing the Pyre. Dominion is dazed. He doesn't add him to my hand. It's a very lovely thing. Man, I did not draw Rail Spike. We're not getting through the deck as fast as we otherwise would. We need to start consuming cards, I think, a little bit faster. We keep drawing them in a bad order for it. You can put Charged Echoes up here, by the way, so Reap will work on him, which is funny. Ah, Kinho's Poopa is out. For me to Poopa. We should definitely do this. And then I will drop. And then, honestly, we're gonna start consuming cards. We don't need another focused growth. One is fine. We're not gaining any more corruption. Let's get rid of these. Ember Drain sucks, but we could get this card out. The equipment, maybe we'll wait on that one. Yeah, end turn. If we don't take Pyre damage, we can delay forever. Like, actually. The only problem is that we gain sap, but it doesn't matter, because eventually Shattered Shell dies, so he loses the sap, and we outgrow the sap on this floor. So it just straight up does not matter. So we'll keep hitting you when we can. We have the daze again. I really want to pull it with the Rail Spike, though. Come on. Why are we taking damage on unit number 2? What's going on there? Why are you taking 20? What's going on? Apply corruption, yes. Apply corruption, you're dazed. Apply corruption, you're dazed. Gain rage. Oh, we have stealth. Spine Chief gained a little bit of stealth. Would you look at that? Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Let's draw. Soul Cripple is slightly cheaper. But also, we can get rid of some stings. And we'll play this one, doesn't matter where. Build up some echoes here. And honestly, I wanna get rid of Steel Enhancer. I don't need it. Don't forget room ability. That's true, but we don't really need the extra echoes, so I'm gonna kind of save this for now. The echoes reset down to 8. We can get more, and we do more damage, but we don't need the damage, so I'm just gonna chill. Just gonna chill. Just gonna chill. Plus 88, plus 80, plus 80, plus 80, plus 80. That's real good. Draw 5. Draw good ones this time. Hey, Beacon's Light is now 2 cost. Hell yeah. I don't want to play this. I might play it here, actually. Do I have a sting? I do. Let's get a sting out, and I'll buff you. 72 times 3, you're applying Reap. Empty floors mean Savagery hits the Pyre, but I guess he's dazed most of the time. Ideally, he'll be dazed. Indibly doobly. Should not have played this here. You are a silencer. That kind of sucks. You're a problem with your stealth. These floors shouldn't be a problem though, because we're not relying on charged echoes buffing our damage in the moment. We've already converted it into stats, and as a result of the conversion, that'll stick around. This guy is not going to stop us from killing things when they move up. We should be fine. Bogfly is kind of hurting, so I think we'll just put a full heal out here. So he's still taking 55. Because Spine Chief, with his 4 multi-strike, is gaining all the stealth kills. Ah, that's the problem. Right, okay. Bogflies need a tank that doesn't get kills. You're not dazed, you're gonna loop. Maybe we can get you with this. We are going to start with a sting. We are going to bring back a sting. We're gonna consume a sting. We're gonna draw 6. Very likely to draw cards that we want this to hit. Beacon's Light now costs 1. Can't play it though, but... Bring back a sting. This card I do not want to get rid of. Kinhost we can get rid of. Would you look at that? Let's put you here. And then... Anyone need a heal? It's free, might as well. All right, taking a little damage, we have a Pyre Light, that's fine. We've avoided most of the Pyre damage. Dun, 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 dun. Oh look, sap. We're gonna play Beacon's Light. We should play it whenever it shows up. That's key. I think we need to focus growth to stay alive. We should probably echoes just for the damage. I'll do it to the unit in the back, just so he stays alive. We will draw 6, I think. Yeah? Well, no, Shatter Chill needs to be played. Pyre Light needs to be played. Let's draw 4. Vengeful Shard is now free! And Soul Cripple we can play and dump. Boss is taking 255 damage. Anything else to bring out and play? We can bring it back in Awoken's Rail Spike, which does mean that we can get more echoes for this, the Reaping. The Reaping! Oh, but we just shuffled. Weird. I don't know why we just shuffled. Okay. Technically, we could start scaling this guy even more, but we don't need to. Here's more sap. Yoink. You are free. So don't play it because we're about to shuffle. Play this. In fact, we are actually guaranteed to draw anything that we play. So I want this to be cheaper. I want to play this because we need the heal. We're going to draw 5, which is guaranteed going to make Beacon's Light free. Finally. So let's do that. And now all of our cards are free minus this Forgotten Trade. So we should really play that at some point. There's more days. We have days at 5 on Savagery. All we got to do now is just, well, live for a couple of turns. We only have 9 cards in our draw pile. Took us a little longer than I would have liked to have actually thinned out the deck, but we are there now. So days, let's get this out because we can. And then we're not taking any damage because you're dead! Beautiful, but we could bring these back in days again. And then heal everyone to full and then keep buffing our damage. There we go. Took a little while, but that daze ended up being a really nice card. Should have duped it, probably. Not bad. Victory completed, and the Wurmkin levels up. At level 5, we get access to the secondary champion. We should get there. This one, the Bog Deep Cocoon. It's a rare egg. Shell 12 summons a Bog Wormling. It's like a 100/100 unit with trample. And also it gets stronger when you consume cards. It's a good unit. Accelerated Incubation. It's a consume card that removes 3 shell from eggs. Basically, instead of relying on the charged echoes to be used to hatch eggs, you can just cast a spell to do it immediately. Well, part of the way there. You know, shell 12, you need 4 of these, so that would be tough. Spell chain would be good for this. I don't know if double stack removes 6. I don't think it does. We're not at 5? Gosh, darn it. I wanted to unlock the new champion. Well, we'll have to do another run with both the Railforged and the Wurmkin to get the alternate champions unlocked. Still, fun run. Eggs hatched 12, reap applied 242, charged echoes gained 383. We didn't really need things like Echo Bloom. At 3 cost, it is very expensive for a room. Like, that's tough to warrant, especially because you get charged echoes for free by playing other spells. Like, we had Bounding Echoes. With Stings in hand, I could gain like 8 echoes for 0 cost. So it's hard to pay 3 for that. The real benefit is that you get the +4 capacity on a floor. That's also not super necessary. I guess one value from this is just that it is an immediate thing that you can deploy potentially and just get a whole bunch of echoes out immediately so you can get your synergies started so that you can get eggs hatched. But it just seems a little expensive. Like, what if instead of this, it was every turn you gained 1 echo instead of you gain 4 echoes every 4 turns, and then maybe make it a little cheaper or something. I don't know. It's 5 echoes the turn you play it. It is, but also, again, bounding echoes and a single preserved thorns is 5 echoes for 0 energy. Well, it's for 1 energy, but a -1 on this, then it's 0 energy. That's also pretty good. You know, bounding echoes alone gives you 5 energy when you play it. You have other cards in hand that you can play, especially if you have draw. It also helps you to not extract as much when you put it on an extract card that might not be infused. So Echo Bloom is, I feel like it's tough to justify at 3 energy, but there's ways to work around that. Fun run, Bog Chrysalises, Bog Flies are pretty strong. Shadow Sheath, it's always a bit of a hit or miss item. It worked really well for our Shattered Shell. Even on the Divinity fight, he was living for a long time. But he did solo the 7th boss, which is very funny. But because he was endless, we didn't need him to. Probably shouldn't have taken it, but it is fun. Because you want your tanks to get hit, not your middle units. But they had enough health to survive getting hit by bosses. Beautiful. All right, next run, we'll probably do another one of the soul mode runs, the alternate play style, and we'll random that one, I think. For now, for those of you on YouTube, hey, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next run of Monster Train 2.